Russell Wilson joins New York Giants on one-year deal worth up to $21 million. Russell Wilson returns to MetLife Stadium with a $21 million contract, this time wearing Giants colors. In an attempt to shore up their faltering offense, Russell Wilson signs a one-year deal with the New York Giants. Reminiscent of his Super Bowl victory at MetLife Stadium, the 36-year-old veteran contributes much-needed expertise. Wilson's shown skills provide optimism despite injury worries, filling the void as the Giants look to acquire fresh players in the 2017 NFL Draft. Officially, Russell Wilson is signing a one-year deal for up to $21 million with $10.5 million guaranteed with the New York Giants. Wilson now joins quarterbacks Tommy DeVito and Jameis Winston in New York's crowded quarterback room after a season with the Pittsburgh Steelers. After being among the NFL's worst passing units in 2024, with just 15 passing touchdowns overall, fifth-worst yards, and a terrible quarterback rotation that terminated Daniel Jones' tenure, the Giants are in dire need of stability. But revamping an offense isn't the only reason Wilson is here. Concerns MetLife, the stadium he will call home, which Wilson dominated in Super Bowl 48 while playing for the Seattle Seahawks. Russell Wilson joins New York Giants QB chaos. Can nostalgia fix their offensive mess? Wilson's heroics in Super Bowl 48 against the Denver Broncos at MetLife Stadium are legendary: 206 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 0 interceptions. His legacy was shaped by that performance. He has returned almost 11 years later, donning the Giants' blue rather than the Seahawks' green. Wilson had a good season last year with 16 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, a respectable 51.3 QBR, and a Pro Bowl berth. The conclusion of the season, however, the Pittsburgh Steelers lost their last 4 games of the regular season and a first-round playoff showdown to the Baltimore Ravens. After first expressing interest in re-signing Wilson, Pittsburgh decided to focus on acquiring Aaron Rodgers, who was just cut by the New York Jets. In other words, Wilson still has skill, experience, and a clutch past. He's 36, however. For NFL quarterbacks, age isn't a deal-breaker, see Tom Brady, but Wilson's recent physical problems, including a persistent calf ailment from the previous season, are cause for serious worry. Nevertheless, Wilson's signing is a wise choice for the Giants. Given that New York has the 3rd overall choice in the 2018 NFL Draft and is pursuing players like Cam Ward and Shedeur Sanders, it's a low-risk, possibly high-reward strategy. While a youngster develops behind him, Wilson can fill the void and keep the club stable. Welcome to Giants country. Giants wide receiver Darius Slayton is already making fun of Russell Wilson's internet meme. Wilson was promptly let down if he had anticipated that the Giants players would forget his 2022 Broncos country, let's ride quip. Wide out for the Giants soon after Wilson joined, Darius Slayton angrily posted, "Giants country, let's ride," using Wilson's famous catchphrase. Wilson's current career trajectory has transformed him from a superstar into a meme generator, as Slayton's lighthearted remark suggests. Despite his obvious comeback in Pittsburgh last season, his inconsistent stay in Denver did not enhance his reputation. Slayton's hospitable sarcasm, however, also speaks to a Giants squad that hasn't had much fun recently, to be honest. Even if his star power has somewhat diminished, Wilson provides Giants supporters something they haven't had in a long time: a winner who has at least the potential to make Sundays worth watching again. Wilson's return to MetLife Stadium offers Giants fans optimism and nostalgia, 2 things they have dearly missed. However, it is unclear whether he will be able to produce a meaningful resurrection. Get the most recent information on the 2025 Indian Premier League, including schedules of matches, team rosters, and live scores for CSK, MI, RCB, KKR, SRH, LSG, DC, GT, PBKS, and RR on Times of India. Learn how to watch the 2025 Indian Premier League in the USA and Canada. According to sources who spoke to ESPN's Adam Schefter on Tuesday, the New York Giants have signed Super Bowl-winning quarterback Russell Wilson to a one-year deal for up to $21 million, including $10.5 million guaranteed, securing a significant addition to their squad. Wilson's signing ends Giants' pursuit of Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers now has the Pittsburgh Steelers as a viable destination if he decides to play this season after Wilson's arrival formally eliminates the Giants as a possible landing location. Rodgers' decision-making process was made much more intriguing by the fact that Wilson had previously played for the Steelers. Giants' quarterback depth chart takes shape. Wilson's signing follows the Giants' 2-year, $8 million contract agreement with quarterback Jameis Winston. According to his contract, Winston was signed as a backup, but Tommy DeVito, who has appeared in 12 games for the Giants in the last 2 seasons, is still on the team. The Giants currently own the number 3 overall selection, so Wilson's signing does not necessarily preclude them from choosing a quarterback in the NFL draft next month. The Giants' number 1 priority is still finding a long-term franchise quarterback, as Giants owner John Mara has previously said. Wilson's long-standing interest in New York. Wilson's relocation to New York supports previous rumors that he wanted to play with the Giants. Wilson even arranged a meeting with the Giants during the previous offseason, according to ESPN sources, but the club decided to give Daniel Jones another chance to start. The Giants have now looked to Wilson to spearhead their attack after Jones was benched and released before the season concluded. Wilson's 2024 season with Pittsburgh. Wilson signed a 1-year contract with the Pittsburgh Steelers just before free agency, and he played there last season. He struggled with a calf injury early in the season, but in Week 7 he took Justin Fields' job as the starting quarterback. The Steelers struggled in the latter stretch and ended the season on a 5-game losing skid, despite Wilson's impressive start, going 6-1 in his first 7 games. Wilson was sacked 18 times, only managed 6 touchdown passes, and turned the ball over 4 times during that difficult span. He was sacked 33 times altogether and finished the season with a 6-5 record as a starter, completing 63.7% of his throws for 16 touchdowns and 5 interceptions. Wilson's legacy and career achievements. Wilson distinguished himself as one of the league's best quarterbacks throughout the first 10 years of his career with the Seattle Seahawks. In the final game, he threw 2 touchdowns, which helped Seattle win Super Bowl 48. Over his 13-year career, Wilson has accumulated 46,135 yards of throwing, 3,882 completions out of 6,001 tries, or 64.7% completion rate, 350 throws for touchdowns, and 111 interceptions. Wilson will now try to regain the form that made him one of the NFL's most exciting quarterbacks as he gets ready for a new beginning in New York. Fans of the Giants will be eagerly watching to see whether he can get the club back into the postseason picture.